the round right off the bat. So I think this could, you know, it's that hedging bet thing that Dorn was talking about as well, right? It could go either way. I will go with Luminosity though, just because I believe in Fall and I believe in, you know, the strategic aspect over the hard fragging aspect. So I think that the Brazilians will take this.
All right, well, we're about to find out here who's going to start on what side as we head into the train between Luminosity and Gamers 2. So big welcome to all of you. Of course, we're a bit delayed today. We caught up a bit on that because now we were quick to finish off the Chinese team. We're going to see, I imagine this could be one of those games that really drags on, which is obviously amazing. We want that. All 3 maps would definitely be a lot of fun here. But Train, obviously a much-needed map and a cool one, too. And it looks like, well, actually, doesn't look like anything. Could be still going either way. I'm sort of tempted to go Luminosity as well, just because, yeah, just because I'm feeling that right now. I'm
trying to figure out how to get game sound.
Oh no, we can't change that.
We can't change that. Okay.
This is our input, but we can still turn that up a little bit. That's fine.
All
Good to go, guys. Don't worry.
It's all good, guys. It's all good.
Right. I was in the room when they were doing the video, and the rest of the gamers too were saying this is roughly a 50-50 game, and Mike Kalele said, no, it's 100% for us, don't worry.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, they are that kind of boisterous team, aren't they?
They
are that kind of team who's just going to go in. Actually, we're just going to wreck these guys, and there you go. And they're absolutely capable of it. You know, Duncan likes to make his jokes about, you know, oh, well, almost a hard fragger in every role, right? You know, but if Rain, if Jacob, if Michael Lele, I mean, and if the young rising star AZ, they start, you know, hitting shots, it's gonna be bad news bears here for Luminosity. They're gonna really struggle in this situation. So, Train is an interesting map. There's a lot of options here for Luminosity on their T side. They are that more tactical roster, and I'm curious to see what they're gonna go with.
I don't want to be that guy, but it seems to me like AC is due for a haircut. I'm just saying.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm liking the locks, man. He's got that. They're just luscious, you know. They're flowing.
Yes, the problem is getting me all confused here, Sumler. Look, we're going to move into the first round here, and it will be G2 starting on the Terror side, leaves Luminosity on the CT side here. We've got actually CSET 75 on Taco, which is interesting. No raid boss setup, except all Glocks, and then 1 smoke flashbang on Mike Lele currently.
And this pistol round really just highlights exactly what we've been talking about. Gamers 2, there's no subtlety here. They just want to beat you up. They're going to go rushing in. Smoke goes down here, and Taco's in a great position. With that smoke down, it makes it so difficult for Gamers 2 to commit to this site. They are playing it smart, though, Gamers 2. They aren't charging through quite yet. They have a single flash on Mike Lele. He's going to try and pop that down, perhaps, and then it's going to get nasty here. But Fair is the one who's actually spotted them on the lower ramp. He actually does a little bit of damage there to Mike Lele.
Look at the restraint on Fair as well. He's got the HE. He hasn't thrown it out yet. Taco's close, but he instantly gets shot down. AC with the opening Glock kill. Fair with the follow-up grenade, and Mike Lele is out of the round, and so is going to be Rain. So now it's down to a 3-on-4. Still no bomb plant happening. It is going on in the background right now, but it's just AC and Fox left, and I don't know how they can possibly make it out of this situation here. AC with a good kill, Fox with another one, and they are fighting their way back. Fallen trying to see if he can make it happen, and he drops AC. Now it's all on Fox.
Where is the kit? Are they going to be able to move up here? There's only 12 HP on FNX, and FNX actually hits the headshot, and there you go. The start the Luminosity were working for. They actually managed to pull it off where they can hold back G2, who did get onto that site. Two great HEs, though, made all the difference, I think. If all 5 players were still alive for G2, they would have pressed into Luminosity. They would have gone on the offense after that bomb plant went down. But the fact that LG, they managed to land 2 huge HEs, kill off 2 players of Gamer 2, and delay that bomb plant, it really did not go well for the mixed team.
Well, second round coming up. I mean, at least they got the bomb down. Jacob investing in a Tech-9 Deagle on AZ. Surprised almost that not more people are picking up Deagles. On this map, it's been proven to be quite effective, but you can kind of tell that Luminosity are seeing this coming a little bit. They've got 3 SMGs, which is definitely a sort of a slightly greedy buy. More greedy than when you see teams that really respect each other. I feel like especially lately in the last couple of months, people just go for like 1 or 2 SMGs, and sometimes even just 1.
Because of these SMGs, the low range, you have to get up close to these dangerous pistols, and that's not an attractive situation. And there you go. That's the perfect example. Rain, he gets taken out, but he does get that headshot onto FNX, and that's what can happen to you if you get caught up close. They should be able to save his rifle. There we go. Okay, so they save both M4s of Luminosity. So it's not the end of the world. But that's what you're looking for at this point right now on the CT side is stay away from the Tech-9s, try and keep the range far enough where you can just mow them down with the rifles and not be too much at risk of just the random lucky headshot that takes your face off.
Not exactly. Fallen leading the field right now with 6-0, and 0 hasn't died yet. Obviously, we're only in the 3rd round, and Gamers too, because of that initial bomb plant, the little bit of bonus they got there, grenades, and AKs on everybody, and a good start here for FNX, but Jacob there to return the kill, and AC gonna go down. Look at that, Cold Zero. Double kill with the MP7, and that's not the kind of start that G2 were looking for. And what a flick, that Max 7 wrecking Jacob. All the pellets landing right in his face, and it's gonna be up to Michael now, 1-on-4, looking to see if he can at least do some damage here. And this is important, he has to get at least one kill, and he's not gonna survive that, so Luminosity, they win the round, they only lose FNX. That's a big win for them.
Oh, that was a sick shot from Taco. Just a quick flick, bam, lands it right off the bat. We'll see here. It's the fadeaway as well. He's just backing up. He's thinking, okay, it's time to get out of here. But, you know, before he leaves, boom. Nicely done. And we also missed, it was a double push in alley. That's also really nice here from Luminosity. They saw the aggressive push in Pop Dog. They're like, okay, we need, there might be one guy here at alley waiting for us. We can overwhelm him, get the info, figure out, you know, what Gamers 2 are up to, and they get 2 kills out of that. So really nice play there from the Brazilian team, and that puts them at a solid 3-0 here. Now they have the rifles across the board, good nade count, and it's Gamers 2 who are going to be on pistols here, just hoping to get a bomb plant here on the A site.
That would be nice, but fairly aggressive play here from FNX, which is so popular here on the A-bomb site. Just have one guy playing that aggressively, and it's a nice way to put out of play any kind of wall or smoke play that's coming up. We've seen that a lot recently. We actually saw it over in Vegas as well, just how effective it could be to be playing close to the main entrance of A like that. It means that the terrorists have to sort of clear that out before they can even think about doing like a real smoke strat, and I don't think anyone's really figured out how to like properly play around that from the terrorist side, except to just find the guy and win the battle against him. But that's
basically it, right? That's why a lot of CTs actually don't like playing that up close spot, because you have to. You're kind of in an awkward spot where you're watching Pop Dog, but you can get shot in the back from main if your teammates are looking away at the wrong time. You know, it can be really awkward where you just, you know, bad luck. You're looking the wrong way at the wrong time, and you get shot in the back, and there you go. Your round is over, right? So it can be pretty frustrating, but looks like so far at least, Luminosity, they're doing all right. Gamers 2 have got the AWP over here on Fox now. They've actually got a pretty solid buy going into this. 4 rifles, full nades, and the op to come into play. But we see that Fallen has his over on the CT side.
Taco taking a bit of damage. He had a knife out to get just a little bit more speed with the strafing going on, so pretty good jiggle peeking for him. Fox trying to see if he can get boosted over there, but the Molotov's actually going to prevent that for a little bit. The bomb still all the way back on Michael here at about 1 minute left on the clock, so plenty of time for G2 to figure out where they want to hit, and they really do need one opening frag, and if Taco would have gone down, that would have been a really big start.
Instead, it's Fallen to find Michael. That was over at A main as well. Bomb is dropped over there, so this is going to slow Gamers 2 down when it comes to this execute. They're going to try and push out onto the A site, try and pinch onto it. 2 guys out from Pop Dog, 2 guys out from Alley, and the push begins, and Fallen is there to just shut Rain down immediately. They're in position as well to stop the push coming in from Alley. The smoke is up to block it, but then look at this boost. Not sure if Cold spotted the man on the angle there, but he will be in position to take out Jacob, and now it's down to the 2 remaining players here from Gamers 2, pushing in from Alley, and one of them gets picked off. It's all on AZ now, and he's not going to win his duel versus Fer. He gets nailed, and it's 5-0. Luminosity. Anders, when we're going into this map, this is exactly what we're talking about. Just the fact that this team becomes so dangerous. The more rounds they get on the board, the more frags like this kind of play where it's like double sprays, you know, real confidence building sort of situations. Luminosity becomes such a scary team at that point. They're so hard to stop.
Yeah, on the other hand, Gamers 2 are playing slightly, I would say, out of their comfort zone. They're approaching these rounds very slowly. Now, I understand they want to pick up, you know, a couple of entry frags maybe, but they're sort of a slightly demented team in the sense that they really should just be rushing and taking, you know, big fights, fast plays like that. I want to see them play much more sort of an Envy style than what they're doing here, and I think that'll work better for them. They are rushing into the bomb side here. AC going to pick the 1 kill here. Nice shot from Fox. Just comes flying off the balcony, but not going to work out. FNX picking up the last 2 kills there, and that's going to be 6-0. I want to see a fast round out of the European mix here. I feel like it's not going to work to play these slow rounds.
Yeah, you can see. I mean, the thing is that Luminosity now, what's stopping Gamers 2 from going for the ultra-quick rounds is that Luminosity have got the money to go for the incendiaries and the HEs, basically having all the nades, so the anti-rush nades. If Gamers 2 try and go fast, Luminosity have already shown that they're willing to just chuck some incendiaries into A main right at the beginning of the round, try and slow down any kind of aggression, ultra-aggression coming out from the Gamers 2 side. We already have the HEs going out, and that's a little bit too predictable there from Fallen. Not sure if he's aware, but you know, he's had the teammate just sitting there at the bottom of ramp in the early beginning of this half, so it's become natural for Gamers 2 to check that angle. So maybe a little miscommunication there on the Luminosity side, or just a little overconfidence on Fallen's part, believing he'd land that shot.
But a good job from Taco to bring it back. That definitely helps out a lot. For on top of the train here, which also means for them to smoke him out would be very difficult. But Rain with a nice control, long-range spray here. Cold out of position as well. Gonna go down to Michael, and Rain will finally fall. But still, 2-on-3 favoring Gamers 2. They need this round. It might be their first, and Michael gonna make sure they get the second kill as well. So now Taco, he is gonna be alone with 22 health here. And Gamers 2 finally connecting the dots and just winning a couple of fights out there.
This is a bit of the old JW, isn't it? Sitting pop dog with the op? Come on, man. You missed that shot, you're a dead man. But JW was famous for it. He'd go in there with the op, he'd go in there with the swag 7, just sit and camp and wait. It was so deadly in there, but it's not going to matter in the end here. Taco's backed off. He's looking for an exit frag if he gets lucky. He would love to be able to drop Gamers 2 down to 2 surviving members here at the end of the round to force somebody, well, to make somebody force buy in the next one, spend all of their money. And he's actually getting in a pretty decent spot. He's worked his way all the way around here, and AZ, he might get caught. AZ is going to check the angle, and he will land the shot. Taco just not having enough HP there to really take a spray battle. The pressure is on here now. 3 players survive, but this is the big deciding round here as far as G2 are concerned. If they lose this one, they're going to be back to 1,400 starting money, back to a hard eco, and it's going to get nasty. A couple of them do actually have decent money. Well, 2,750, 4,300 on AZ. He's got the most here on G2, but it isn't pretty still, regardless.
Yeah, they could easily run into a lot of trouble. And I mean, they are playing the terrorist side here. 1-6 is not so far a particularly good scoreline. We'll see if they can change their luck around just a little bit here. And they're getting forced back early on. I mean, Taco is playing this ramp sort of fairly aggressively. Could obviously be more, but he's doing a good job of just having them waste time so far. You can tell that they're a bit worried.
I don't think he's spotted Fox as well. A little bit of well, bad luck there for Taco, although he's right on the edge, and there it is. He gets the angle right over that smoke and even gets out of dodge, only losing 1 point of health. So perfect job there from Taco to get that early advantage here for Gamers 2. Now the pressure is really on here for the T side. They're man down. They still have good nades, but Luminosity are going to be feeling this round. They've got it locked.
And you actually saw earlier that Taco was doing a different kind of one-way smoke, a little bit lower on the ramp. This one was higher up, and I mean, it's a trick that once you've seen it, you know it, and you won't, I mean, they won't die to that again, but it worked this time, and Taco gonna spray down another 2. That's AC and Mike Hilele gone, and this is looking like a great round here for the Brazilian team. It's now Rain and Jacob left, and they at least need that bomb plant. They need the money to try and continue to buy, but grenades are raining in, and look how aggressive LG are being. They're not gonna let that bomb go down. Cold coming in with the frag as well, and Rain, well, he is gone. He's gonna be up against the sidewalk there. Fur takes him out. Great defense from Taco, and I mean, again, you know, young player, and I think if we had to sort of point out a weak link on this team, might just be him, but he's playing really well at the moment. Yeah,
towards the end of that year, you know, when we saw Luminosity play, it was usually, you know, all eyes on Taco. Cold is going ham, FNX going into clutch, Fallen with EWP. You know, you had all these players really standing out, and Taco seemed to be struggling, trying to find, you know, his comfort zone on the roster where he could really start getting those frags in. So it's good to see, you know, him stepping up when it's demanded of him. He has to be that man. You know, you have to have 5 players hitting shots to compete at the top. And, well, nice opening from AZ. Double kill, but then Fallen's there to take out one of his teammates. He spots Michael as well, misses the shot, but it's still a man advantage here for Luminosity, holding on this A site.
Very critical double kill right now. If they lose this round, G2, then I don't know. It's going to be really hard for them to do anything in the rest of this half. AC with a really good kill there to bring it back into a 2-on-2. They've got so much time. They don't have to stick around and fight it. They could easily just regroup and, you know, go somewhere else and see if they can't just outplay Luminosity on a positional level. But right now, they're sticking around, and Cold is going to spot one guy falling back. Still more than a minute left.
That was the bomb as well. So you can see the instant rotation coming out here towards the B site now. They want to be in position in Luminosity. If they step out, Fallen missing shot after shot. If he just landed one of those, this would be a completely different situation. But it's still that 2-on-2, and AZ hits the huge headshot on Cold. So all of the pressure now is on, well, it's going to be on Fallen, and AZ is sitting on 4 frags. So we'll see if the young gun is actually going to be able to pull off the ace here, keep his team in this half. Look at Fallen, though. He's taking so much time. He's actually wrapped all the way back around them. They have no idea that he's here. Easy shot for Fallen, and now into the 1-on-1, but he's not going to pull it off. It is the ace for AZ. He gets the job done single-handed here for Gamers 2.
That's a big round, and a sort of unusual ace as well, right? That sort of was stretched out across almost the whole round, but really nicely done. And Fallen still making it a bit expensive, but now Luminosity are in a position where they've just used their whole bank to buy in this round, which means this just might be the most critical round yet in the first half. If they lose it, Gamers 2 could sort of slowly dig their way back in the game here, and it could be a very interesting first half anyway. So we'll see how it turns out here. Again, Taco very aggressive, and another smoke here. This is another one-way, the one that we were talking about earlier, just trying to see if he can make it work. Actually, this is a third one-way smoke that he has at the ramp, and that's a lot of preparation to put into it.
Yeah, he's clearly done his homework here, making it really difficult for Gamers 2 to find an edge. Smoke goes down, but he's going to be in position to be on the other side of it if it blooms. And so now he can really apply the pressure here to Gamers 2 if they decide to press down that ramp. But it doesn't look like Gamers 2 are interested in the B site for now. They're wrapping back towards that A site. AZ just checking Pop Dog to make sure nobody's lurking around here. He's still got 2 teammates over close to main. And it seems like Gamers 2 might be having a bit of a discussion right now as to where they want to be setting this up, where they want to go. They're just waiting to see if Luminosity have pushed anywhere.
Well, the bomb is making its way out of Pop Dog. They're getting out really, really close here before they even got spotted. And there's some Brig opening kills. AC and Fox picking up a kill each, and Cold Zero finally replying. But the bomb is definitely going to go down here, and I'm not sure how they're going to retake this. You got to remember, they have no money. They have to make a hard choice right now. Do they want to fight, or are they just going to try and fall back and see if they can save these rifles for the upcoming round? And I think unless they get a kill, really fast kill, and there's one from Taco, they might just have to fall back here.
Yeah, they know he's coming from Connector. They don't know he's boosted, though. Cold with the flash, takes the fight, loses it versus Rain. And that's not going to help things here for Luminosity. Now down a man. They know a player is playing from Pop Dog. Taco eliminates him. Taco really hitting the shots right now. Fallen, missing another key op shot, and he goes for the challenge. Rain takes his head off, and that forces Taco to turn and run. There's just not enough time, especially because Cold had the kit, and he got killed over by Ali. It's just too far away to go and pick that up. Just not worth committing to this retake now for Luminosity. They just need to hold on to Taco and make sure that that rifle survives the next round.
And it looks like it will. So 7-3 scoreline, and Luminosity with the one rifle that they've saved, and Gamers 2. I mean, they did take some casualties in that round, but they're going to be in a better place. And you've got to imagine that sort of the mood on the team has got to be brightening just a little bit here. They can sense that they've got their claws sticked into something good right now. So what are they going to try and do? Got to avoid the Deagles. That's the one big thing that I can think of here. Cold, he's actually trying to force the issue over at Ivy.
They've been very good. Yeah, exactly. There we go. AZ. That's what I was thinking. He's been so good about just sitting and waiting for the push, and somehow he lives. 8 HP left on him. He nearly gets taken out by Cold with the Deag. FNX has got one of his own, and Fallen's holding close to A main. Fallen really trying to save as much money as possible. He hasn't invested in a pistol this round, so not going to be super good for him. Although getting headshots, or 2 of them nearly, that works out just fine. Drops the man down to 13 HP. It's still just going to be all on FNX here, though. So far, actually, this is shaping up to be a fantastic anti-eco around here for Gamers 2. If they can keep all 5 players alive, that's going to be so good for their economy here at the end of the half. Basically means they can afford full nades, and they have a little bit of a safety net. If they were to lose a round now, it's not going to mean a hard eco or some kind of pistol force.
This is where things start to get really tricky here because, again, LG's economy is not looking good. Even after a sort of a save like this where they did buy a couple of things, it's still going to be rough. So somehow they're going to have to find a way back into to this game. When you get the kind of lead that they were having just now, you can't just give it all up and end up with 6-7 rounds for the terrorist team, which is what we're realistically looking at here. Luminosity are going to have to do a lot better than this.
Yeah, now they have to really start pulling it together. They have a bit of a decision to make, actually. Do they decide to go for a quasi-buy? I'd recommend a quasi-buy. They can let Gamers 2 get up to 5 rounds and still feel comfortable enough to close it out, but they are going to go for the force. So that means maybe, well, man, it's crazy. It feels like we've seen Fallen miss so many shots, and yet he's still sitting with 14 frags. He's got the most frags on his team. So that's actually kind of, that's just a little off-putting, considering you really do expect, Cold, FNX, Fur, to be stepping it up. As always, when times get rough, it's Fallen who seems to be leading his team by example.
No, I agree. I think that's one of the qualities of Fallen, which is also why I think whenever people talk about really good in-game leaders, you have to include Fallen in this discussion. You'd be mad not to. Taco, again, playing very aggressively up here. They are respecting it a lot. I mean, there's been a couple of rounds where G2 have sort of tried to push past him, but otherwise, they actually let him control a huge part of the map on his own. I mean, if you look at it, he's alone. If he dies, they could just rush right into B. I'm not sure G2 will figure that out yet. Now Rain pushing outside here. Fur going to get the first kill. Rain getting a headshot blind for the smoke and picks up a second shot on FNX. And that's, well, just going to be all Rain out in this bomb site. Finally, Taco comes in with a double. Mac 10 kill, or Mac 7 kill, and now it's going to be all on Fox here, 1-on-2. What a strange round.
What a turnaround. Luminosity, you know, they're playing into Gamers 2's hands. If they're playing for these duels, if they're just saying, okay, I'm going to stand here and take the aim fight, that's exactly the kind of fight Gamers 2 want. They want to go toe-to-toe. They want the head-to-head shots, but it's Taco instead with a triple kill in the round who's here to save it for Luminosity. The backstab, you're right, Anders. They give him so much space on that B site.
Yeah.
I mean, Gamers 2 didn't challenge him, and he just pushes immediately into Pop Dog behind this push from Gamers 2 onto the A site, gets 2 kills off of that, drops the bomb carrier as well, and just completely turns the round, well, makes the round a success here for Luminosity rather than it getting thrown away by taking duels versus Gamers 2. I mean, Gamers 2, they want the aim fights. That's exactly how they want to play this game. Luminosity need to avoid that at all costs.
He always starts off with his 1 grenade, and this time actually he gets tagged fairly early on. Rain picking up another kill there. Fur gonna go down. Luminosity, they need to think about winning out here. They want that 11-4 scoreline at the end of it. Taco getting flashed all the way back behind the train here, and that allows them to push up a little bit behind. And he's just taking shots here, down to 14 health, and Fox picking up cold as well. Taco, they need another big play from him, but he doesn't have the health this time.
No, he really doesn't. He is actually going to try and charge through, but he gets caught by Michaelele in the end. FNX just chilling out over here in Pop Dog, and Fallen with the AWP just doesn't want to risk it. He knows that he doesn't have enough HP, so he decides to back it off. That is one thing, though, is that what we saw earlier, I think Taco got legged. If he didn't get legged, he got tagged through the door, but he's still playing that position, and he's getting punished for it. He's becoming a little bit too predictable with how he's holding over there when he doesn't have that smoke down, because Fox came down and he was pre-aiming that spot. They're making it very expensive here for Gamers 2, but Gamers 2 have the money for this. It shouldn't be too bad for them. I mean, if they keep the last 2 players alive, it shouldn't be the end of the world here for Gamers 2 that they lost so many players on the hunt. It's the correct move to go for here for Gamers 2, really. They want to try and drop as many guns off of Luminosity as possible to just get these ops off, but then they actually get 4 kills out of that on FNX. He just wrecked them.
Yeah, that's insane, isn't it? Fallen calling for a pause here, and we'll see how that turns out. But yeah, starts off, steals the ult. But I mean, at this point, I thought he would be dead. It looked like AC had him in a good position. So pretty well done from FNX. Now, I mean, the one thing you notice in that round is how little they respect Taco. They've seen that grenade, the initial HE come out, and instead of waiting for him and sort of waiting for him to make a move and put up a smoke or a flashbang or something, they just go for it instead. They just run him down, and that was pretty much, I think that was a smart play from Gamers 2. I think they finally identified that he was going to be there alone and that they could just challenge him. So that was what they did.
I like Fallen's idea there. It looked to me like he wanted to go for a tactical pause, which really isn't something we see too often. This is going to turn nasty here for Jacob if he tries to come back up this ladder. And Pop Dog, again, Taco's pushed all the way right behind him. He's going to be able to drop right down as soon as this push starts to go in here for the A site. He's going to be right on top of it with the backstab. And so AZ does manage to lurk his way out through. Fallen gets caught in the back. FNX is gone. And this is just completely falling apart. How did this happen? 4 frags in the blink of an eye. Luminosity getting overwhelmed, and now it's all on cold in a 1v3. They looked so good, Luminosity. They looked like they had complete control of the situation.
Yeah, they really did, but I don't know, just pretty good timing, I think it comes down to for G2, really. They managed to push like simultaneously, more or less. As soon as AC gets that initial kill, then they instinctively feel like now is the time for it. And they're not wrong either. So where is that going to leave us now? 8-6, and we're moving into the 15th round. We've got the double max 7 lineup and 3 C-set 75s here for the 15th round.
I think Luminosity got tilted that they couldn't go for the tac pause. Because I think Fallen wanted to call for the pause just to secure the last 2 rounds of the half, slow things down, make Gamers 2 sweat. And instead, it turned into them it probably got them just a little tilted there. So, awkward situation in Luminosity. Now they're facing 8-7, which is not a good score to have here at the end of the half for the CT side.
No, thinking about how this all got started, I mean, this should be a round where Luminosity sort of clock at least past the 10-round mark. And that's obviously not going to be the case. So, Jacob moving all the way down here. I mean, this is a lot of information right now. Are they really going to be able to just walk the bomb right into B? It sort of feels like they might. Double grenade down as well, and Fallen, well, almost dead. Fur going to go down. Jacob just clearing the whole bomb site on his own. And yeah, this is a great round right now from G2.
There's a little bit of damage there, but there it is. Michael, the linchpin, basically. And it's just going to end 8-7 at the end of the first half here. And it kind of falls apart for Luminosity in a situation where they really should have been able to just keep that stranglehold on G2 after such a strong start. I think it was, what, 6-1? And then from there, G2 were just able to keep that pressure up on the Brazilians. And that can't be allowed to happen here. That's the one issue with Luminosity is once things start to work against them, they seem to suffer a lot from that. They're a team that really do, thrive on the hype. But in the lows are low, Anders. They really do seem to struggle. Halftime now, a bit of a discussion.
I'm stuck focusing on AC's hair in the background there.
It's amazing, dude. It's amazing. I wish he would braid it like a true Viking, like braid it, like to.
Actually, I could be okay with that. I was wondering if maybe he's gunning for like a L'Oreal sponsorship, like a personal one. He's like,
right,
making the Skrilla.
Making the Skrilla.
Probably is right.
He's got to talk to Thorn about that, Thorn will give him some tips on making Skrilla.
Hook him up. Well, we are going to be moving into the second half here. It's Luminosity and Gamers 2. It's the second match of the day here and the first day of the StarSeries Finals. So there's a lot to come still, guys. A lot of Counter-Strike. And we'll see if G2 can continue. I mean, they really recovered in that first half. And now, she said, Luminosity might be sort of slightly tilted. AC casually tapping away in the smoke, hoping for a shot on someone. Taco actually Fallen going to be the one to open up, but he was assisted by Taco there. Cold shutting down Jacob, and there's Taco coming into play and dropping AC. So a fantastic start here for the Brazilian side. And it's all now on Michael and Rain. I don't see them bringing this round back.
They're going to be hard-pressed. Shots in from Michael. He at least picks up the one. He nearly gets the second as well, but Taco manages to snake a headshot in there. And ooh, brutal. Fair with the last one. So 9-7 pistol round going Luminosity's way. So at least there's that. They don't exactly end with the best score at the end of their CT half, but they get the pistol round, so they can start off strong here, and they aren't messing around, Anders. They go straight 3 rifles, a scout, and then Fur with the MAC-10, but that's all right with the MAC-10. That's not the end of the world. 3 rifles, though. They really want to go ahead and play the range game as well here. Maybe push out onto A site and really do some damage.
Now, I actually really love the MAC-10 pickup, especially because First playing this aggressively. That's what I wanted to say. If he's playing this aggressively, then that's awesome. And Fallen going to be just setting Fox on fire there. Finally, Michael Lille comes through with a nice deagle headshot that might just slow down Luminosity a little bit here. But the bomb plant should be going through, and Rain is going to be going down as well. It's so smart to use that MAC-10, because if he runs into a huge stack, then all they get is a MAC-10 out of it, and the rest of the team can push somewhere else. I love it. They
had good nades there as well, really pummeling the likely spots that G2 would be holding from second train at the back towards the bomb train. They had a nade that went boom right on top of the ladder right there. One of those players ate it. Didn't spot his name, but still, that's painful, and that's going to be really frustrating here for Gamers 2 that they aren't able to get more out of that round. They only get the 1 kill. That's not quite good enough, and Fur just goes right back to the MAC-10. Sure, he gets a kill with it in the last round, so that's $600 bonus going into his pocket, so sure, just go for it again. FNX will take out Michael Lele, but this is a hard eco coming out here from Gamers 2. They need every dollar going into the first buy round here of the half of themselves, so they're going to be taking their time with it.
Look at this. They were all on the ramp, and they let Fur go in first. I love this. So many teams can actually learn a lot from this, and could have maybe been a couple of kills there for Jacob, but not quite going to go through. Instead, it is a double kill. I just want to point out, because, all right, the MAC-10 buy in the second round is good. The MAC-10 buy in the third round is even better, because they know from the second round they had armor. That means they know they're not going to have it in the third round, so it makes even more sense to buy the MAC-10 the second time around. And the fact that they have the discipline just to wait and let the MAC-10 player go in first, it sounds like a trivial thing, but you'd be surprised how many top teams fail to do that, where you just have like one AK getting 3 kills, which doesn't make as much sense.
Well, not only that, you're actually risking that AK. That's what we always talk about. It's bread and butter CS when you're dealing with an eco situation. Don't run in with an AK and risk giving your opponents a rifle. Very quick execute coming out here from Luminosity, though, onto that B site. They just go charging down the ramp. They overrun Rain. He's there. Fallen, gonna miss a shot, but he gets the follow-up, takes out Michael Lele, and that pretty much ends it here for Gamers 2. They're snuffed. Fair is up close. He's going to be able to dunk a nade in there, but this isn't worth it for Gamers 2 anymore. They don't have the nades to go charging in to really try and do some damage with the HEs. They're instead just going to back off and see if they can't hold on to their guns. They know that they'll be hard ecoing if they actually lose this round.
I would say sort of a classic train timing here. Almost.
Wait, that was the op on Fallen. Why is he running alone? That's a little silly. That
definitely doesn't make a lot of sense, but winning the round, on the other hand, is definitely a good move from Luminosity. I think what happens here is something that hasn't been exploited as much in Go as it was, say, in 1.6, is this idea that pretty much every counter-terrorist team ever will put 4 people on the A-bomb site in the first 10 seconds, and then 1 person in B. So you can beat that timing on the terrorist side. I mean, if there's one guy playing connector, and you have someone like Fallen holding the connector, which he was, and then the follow-up Molotov, where's the backup going to come from? So if you just win the initial fight against the one guy playing B, it is a pretty solid timing push, and that's what worked out for them this time around. Again, you can see here just now, 4 people in A, 1 person in B. So if you just take that quick fight there, now, you know, down to 1 minute and 38 seconds, and then that's where a second player comes in. But you can still beat it if you want to. AC getting the first shot there, but a lot of grenades raining in, and Fox dropping very low.
Yeah, they should know that he's holding there as well. They're hitting him with those nades. That makes a sound. They are just going to go charging through. They get the punish, but then AZ's in position. Double headshot for him, just shutting down that push coming in from Ali. They still don't know where the bomb is placed right now, Gamers 2, but they shouldn't care too much. They've got a 2-man advantage. They have all the time in the world to just lock this down and make it so difficult for Luminosity to get back into this round. And there it is, Rain. He doesn't fall to the man pushing out on upper here at Cold. He's looking for that headshot, but he's not going to get it. Instead, well, I'm not going to count him out, but there's still so much ground here to cover for Luminosity. Luckily for them, they still have time. But Jacob takes out Cold, so that pretty much ends it here. It's all on Fur now in a 1v4.
Right, and we love talking about how smart Rain is, right? It's our favorite thing in the world.
God tier clutch player.
Yeah, but you see in that bomb site as well. You know, he's up on the train. As soon as he gets spotted, he tries to take like a shot, but he just falls back, and he goes back. He doesn't want to commit to the fight because why would he? The best that could happen is he gets a kill in a round where they're already winning it massively, which doesn't really have a big impact on the round from his point of view, or at worst, he dies, and then suddenly they're playing 2 on 3, and maybe they lose the bomb side as well. So it definitely is just a very easy thing to say, but it's you know, a lot of players will take that fight, especially when you're playing 2 on 4. You feel like, well, I'll just take it, even if I die, we'll probably still win the round anyway. That's how rounds are lost.
Yeah, this was the big round here, though. The big moment in the round when AZ manages to hold off that push coming through the smoke at Ali. I mean, they had the good read, Luminosity. They realized that it was Fox holding there with that AWP. He has 1 shot to stop you. If he misses it, he's a dead man, which is basically what Luminosity were playing off of. But then AZ, yeah, you can't account for just pure skill. AZ, you know, he'll deliver headshots all day long. Fallen, though, will finally actually come through here. He does get an opening pick on Fox, so it didn't happen in the last round. They traded shots. This time around, Fallen, he's going to get that first pick.
And that's obviously big. Mike Kelele down on Ivy. I think he may have heard them running through, but he's not really sure how to react. That smoke is going to make it difficult. And Taco, look how close he is with the Tech 9. He's just walking up right behind him, hasn't been spotted yet. And there he's going to unleash hell. Quick headshot, almost a second kill. AC, quick to react, but he's going to go down to FNX. Just completely infiltrated that A defense. And now it's going to go down to Michaelele and Rain here. 2 on 4 again, and I don't think they could do it. This is a big round for the Brazilian side.
That was such cool patience shown from Taco. What a cool customer. Just sits there, gets all the info, spots the man going into connector, sees the man bomb train, and then sees the man by alley train as well. Like, it doesn't get any better than that. Even just getting the 1 kill, you might think, oh, you know, why didn't he get that second kill? It's all good. He got all the info on the setup.
Now, did you say by alley train or by alley train?
Oh.
There's material for real Photoshop there.
Good point.
Well, it's Michael, Lily, and Rain, and saving the rifles right now is paramount to them. And Rain going to go do a decent job initially. Quick headshot there on the AWP player again. Fallen pushing out and being maybe a little bit too aggressive. Fur going to follow it up. And Michael Lele, he's in the corner. He could still be found. First going to run the other way. So at least they save the AWP. Luminosity now 3 rounds away from winning train.
And now there's the decision for Gamers 2. Do they go for the force? They can drop 2 guns. Well, one of them can fall by Rain pretty much. Then they can drop a gun. Exactly. Okay, so they will go for the force buy here. 3,000 is just enough to make it worthwhile for Gamers 2, it seems. But this is all or nothing. If they lose this round, yeah, that's it. Pretty much Luminosity will get up to match point, or should get up to match point. You can never count out pistols in CSGO, but if Luminosity play it right, they're in a very good position here to take map 1 of this best of 3. And so far, it is looking like it's going to be that full execute coming out here onto the A site. Push begins, and they're going to go charging out through A main and Pop Dog, and there it is. Taco with the entry frag takes out Jacob, but Michaelele strikes with the AWP. It's just back and forth right now. Michaelele with the team kill?
Oh no, it was a 2-for-1 shot. Fallen also fell on the other side, and now it's down to Michaelele here. 1 on 2. AWP in hand, he's got the health for it. And a lot of time as well. They still need to run all the way into B to get the bomb down. And I'm wondering if he's read this already. Taco going to go down, and that turns it into a 1-on-1. So this could be the quad kill clutch here for Michaelele. I think he's going to realize now the bomb is in the other bomb site, but how is he possibly going to guess where FNX is going? And he's close here with the AK-1 missed shot, and there's the headshot. Fnax playing it perfectly in that situation. So, I mean, it's a really, really good attempt for Michael, and it's the sort of round they had to win.
Yeah. It is. That made all the difference. You go for a force buy like that when you're pretty much up on the finish line, where you need to have every dollar and all the guns. Yeah, it is not going to help here for Gamers 2 now. As you guys can see, down to $2,000. They have invested in some pistols, P250s, a deagle on Michael. If he can get some headshots, I mean, it's time for a highlight reel moment here for Gamers 2 to really keep them in this first map. If they lose it, well, you see, there we go. Michael, first headshot. They'll start like a ticker here in the top corner, right?
It's a great start, but now the B bomb site is lost, and they have they have no equipment with which to retake this bomb site. Fallen extending his lead as the top fragger with another 2 kill here with the EWP, and that's going to leave Rain, AC, and Fox left alone for hunting one down. Knife is out from Fox. Not going to be the case. That would have been nice, though. And AC, who is, I think, the top fragger on the G2 side, doing a reasonably good job, but this is slipping out of their hands. It slipped out of their hands already, Semler.
Fallen is truly unique, man. You know, it's
Is AC taking a shower? He's got that long hair as well.
He heard you, the L'Oreal ad. He's got to come out of there with his head.
I think there's even like shampoo, right? I've checked. I'm pretty sure there is.
He might walk in here. Yeah, he's not going to make it. $300 in Taco's pocket for the kill. And that's map point now for Luminosity. They're up to it. They've got quite a few rounds to work with as well to close out this first game. And it is a force buy here from Gamers 2. But look at how few nades they have to work with here, Anders. Not even a kit. Not even a kit, which is a little questionable here for Michael and Fox. I mean, considering you can shave $350 off if you hold off buying that helmet with the Kevlar. You know that they're all going to have AKs. So that's where you have to wonder. You know, it's like, go for the helmet, really?
Yeah, you definitely think so. Jacob opening up there with a good kill, and actually G2, they're bringing it back a little bit as well. AC with another kill, and Michael chiming in. So now it's going to be all on FNX and Fallen. 2 on 3, and AC doing a very good job defending outside here. It seems like if they're going to have any chance of bringing this round or this game back in, it might have to rely, or they might have to rely on AC almost exclusively here. A good defense, in spite of some aggressive play coming out of the Brazilian side. I think what has to be scary for everybody else playing this tournament right now, watching this game as well, is that Coldzera is bottom fragging at 12 kills, and yet Luminosity as a whole is playing really well at the moment. And that, I mean, we've all seen what Coldzera can do when he gets unleashed.
Oh, yeah. He's a monster. He nearly took the MVP award at DreamHack Winner, the Face It tournament at the end of last year. He's one of the best up-and-coming players, basically, of the last year. Just coming into
I think in many minds actually probably like the best, you know, a lot of people would say.
To me, this is what's fascinating about this match, is that it's between Cold and AZ, really. Like, between the two of them, they, like, as far as, you know, just breaking out, having a breakout start to the year, both of them, they've mauled Tier 1 players.
Well, it's a strong start. It's an even better follow-up as AC goes down here. Double entry for Luminosity, and Rain walking right into CT spawn. Going to get shot down by Taco, and this is all falling apart right now. 5 on 2. It's Michael, Jacob trying to see if they can prevent Train from slipping into the hands of Luminosity. And it looks like the last round, they're going to get the 1 kill, but that's it. Luminosity finish it 16-9. And the Brazilians going to be walking on into the next map. That's impressive. That's a good victory.
Yeah, what a fantastic start. Yeah, they're going to be all smiles after that. It's the perfect beginning to this match, and then they go into Inferno as well, which is also a really solid map for Luminosity. They can definitely get some work done on there. Fallen's demonstrated.